I will provide a list of companies that they own, names and email addresses for the principal, which includes the owner, Steven Sydness, who, by the way, is born on January 19, 1955 and not 1956, like he published. He doesn't even know his birthday. January 19, 1955. In the documents, so this is the date of birth of Steven Kris Sydness. In the documents I have collected, which will illustrate their complete incompetence and their ignorance and ignoring of the law, you're welcome to use these email addresses for your own purposes. Let them know how each and every one of them are responsible for the actions of their companies and are not exempt from their colors and sometimes criminal acts. You stay away from Endurance International, your chances for web success will improve dramatically. Advise them for their wire fraud infractions, and instead of fixing them, they ignore me. We're talking at the time that Steven Kris Sydness was CEO of Endurance International, born in January 1955 and not 1956. Instead of fixing them, they ignore me and continue to do business as usual. It's either hubris or ignorance. Well, I know better. David Dees and I know better than we don't wonder about what's going on. And maybe they think they are above the law. The very fabric of our nation is built on the law. As the FBI complete their investigation, there is a real chance of prison time as well as punitive damages. Maybe this will wake them up. Internet fraud and Charlotte's FBI. Written by Michael Pace, Charlotte, Religion and Politics Examiner. I will put the link in the video description. I've had numerous complaints about misleading statements from internet companies. Oh, by the way, this was when Steven Kris Sydness, born on January 19, 1955, that this article was written, because actually it is Hari who is the CEO. I will come on him later, but this was at the time that Steven Kris Sydness was CEO of Endurance International. I've had numerous complaints about misleading statements from internet companies and outright lies. Most qualify as an offense of Title 18 U.S.C. 1343, wire fraud, and constitutes a federal offense. One of the most egregious companies involved is Endurance International Group. They own over 75 websites, and there are numerous lawsuits and class action suits either on the way or is beginning. They are founded by Axel Kiki-R and have very deep pockets for acquisition and growth, and Endurance International Group is growing very quickly. One of the folks that have spoken to me went to the FBI office in Charlotte with factual, documented proof of his allegations, and after a month of waiting, he was advised that the FBI didn't have the resources between commas to investigate this fraud. This coming from the same FBI who interviewed Cam Newton a week and a half after allegations of NCAA fraud to determine if anything was illegal about his past history. The same person contacted Owen Harris, special agent in charge of Charlotte, with no response. This was written back in 2011, but it is very, very, very important because of what's going on with Hari, the actual CEO of Int'L International. You will understand very soon. The wire fraud law written into law, and it is used to protect American citizens from online predators and illegal online activities. If our own government won't protect us, who will? When is the law really the law? Does it only apply to the rich, while the poor suffer under the weight of no resources to protect them? I have a list of companies that Int'L International Group, Hans Gug, and Canvit Int'L International Group will take every advantage to use the law to protect them. Americans deserve better than this. When will the agency charged to protecting us step up to the plate and do their jobs? I repeat this. Americans deserve better than this. Well, when will the agencies charged with protecting us step up to the plate and do their jobs? Instead, they are providing a license to steal and pick the low-hanging fruit instead of removing these online predators. This will affect our economy as public confidence erodes in the internet, where will be more negative effects on our flat economy. Written by Michael Dees. I will put the link in the video description. Endurance shareholder alert. Andrews and Springer LLC is investigating Endurance International Group Holdings Incorporated for potential securities fraud. On April 28, 2015, investment analyst firm Gotham City Research LLC released a report disclosing that 40 to 100% of the company's profits were suspect. Specifically, the report highlights, among other things, 1. Related party transactions between the company and entities tied to the company's CEO, Hari Ravichandran. So now you know the Hari I was talking about. I could not pronounce his name without saying it. 2. Accounting irregularities relating to the company's international business. And 3. Evidence that the company hosts terrorist-related websites along with malware spam-related accounts. As a result of this news, Int'L International stock's price has fallen more than 17% so far in intraday trading, causing harm to investors. If you currently own shares of Int'L International and want to receive additional information on how to protect your investment free of charge, etc., please visit us. So the link will be posted in the video description, but I will seriously advise you to simply stop doing business with Int'L International. Int'L International Group, a web of deceit, published by Gotham City Research, LLC. I will put the link in the video description. I'm just going to read the summary of their findings. Gotham City Research opinions. EIGI's shares will go to $0 per share as the company will struggle to service its debt. Normalized EBITDA margins do not cover interest expense. Recent years reported EBITDA benefited from attracting blinks-like revenue, spam, malware, terrorism, etc. EIG profits at the expense of its customers, service outages, poor customer service, etc. Summary of findings: 40 to 100% of EIGI's reported profits are suspect. 2014 average revenue per subscriber, ARPS, actually declined 13%. EIGI's 10K claims ARPS grew plus 11%. Organic growth overstated 3 times. We calculated organic growth to be approximately 5.6%, not 13% to 15% as EIG claims. Directives revenues per the Indian filings are 30 to 67% lower than reported in EIGI's 10K. Directory revenue figures within the EIGI 10K do not add up. EIGI paid 17% of its 12 between commas to 14 EBITDA to a related party tied to the CEO. The related party seems to be Endurance. No international revenue disclosures despite promoting itself as an international growth between commas concern. An undisclosed subsidiary falsely claimed to be U.S. government that the FBI recommended between commas them. I will repeat. An undisclosed subsidiary falsely claimed to the U.S. government that the FBI recommended between commas them. EIGI's Bluehost, JustHost, HostGator, and HostMonster hosted terrorist websites as recently as few weeks ago. EIGI domains hosted 1,000 of spam malware related sites per spam malware watchdogs. The hosting world blinks. EIGI spends approximately 1/6 on score infrastructure versus GoDaddy. Customer reviews are consistently poor. A 15-plus year industry executives states EIGI uses a churn model definition that is not industry common practice while using industry terminology. EIGI is free cash flow negative. GoDaddy is FCF positive. The management team, including the CEO, recently sold approximately 30% of their stake in EIGI. So I will put the link in the video description. The title of it is Endurance International Group, A Web of Deceit, and this is published by Gotham CT Research LLC. Thanks for listening.
What I love about this team, the leadership team of this company, there's so much alignment and consistency around sort of this, I would think it was like value-based leadership, and I think that common ground that everybody shares makes the team very strong.
Almost everybody who's in our management team and many of the people who are working for us, we all grew up in startups, right? So the folks here are really bad at corporate thinking. We're running around the hallways saying, I have a really good idea, sit down and listen to what I have to say and let's talk about how to implement it. That's what we are.
I think the Endurance secret sauce is really the fact that we operate from a sense of integrity. I think we have a true passion and care for the customer. I think that we balance the financial needs, but also, the customer servicing needs, and really try to do what's right. I think the Endurance secret sauce is really the fact that we operate from a sense of integrity. I think we have a true passion and care for the customer. I think that we balance the financial needs, but also, the customer servicing needs, and really try to do what...
When I started working here initially, one of the first things I realized was that you have a lot of open communication between management at all levels. So the fact that they actually are willing to listen and take the feedback that we provide them is actually very unique.
A lot of companies, I think you go and it's already, sort of established, and you have to just step in line. And here, we're drawing the roads every day, and that's cool. It's really fun.
I think you've got a culture of people who are hardworking and have fun and enjoy each other, but also take what they do seriously without taking themselves too seriously.
It's a great culture, and to me it was a bit of a shock coming today because I had a banking background, so I put on a suit and tie every day to go to work formally, so it's taken me some time to get used to the casual nature of it. But the casual nature extends beyond the dress code. It really extends to sitting down for lunch that the company brings in every day for its employees, and one day you could be sitting next to one of your peers that you happen to be working on a project. The next day you could be sitting next to the CEO. And there really is no difference in your interactions.
And we want to create a culture that's brutally honest and able to confront the cold hard facts and understanding where we're not delivering on our promise. And pulling people around the room and understanding not only what happened but why it happened, and to continue to ask why until we get to the root cause of that problem and address it.
I think a very important qualities to succeed here at Endurance is a strong sense of accountability. Being accountable not just for your own success, but appreciating that you are accountable for the success of your team members, for other functions, that we work together in a collaborative way, because we don't and we won't overmanage. We really count on people to step up and take responsibility and want to make a difference and want to have an impact. So anyone who's looking to be sort of micromanaged won't like it here.
We are the world, we are the children, we are the ones to make a brighter day, so let's stop giving. There's a choice we're making.
But what I love, I think a very important qualities to succeed here at Endurance is a strong sense of accountability. Being accountable not just for your own success, but appreciating that you are accountable for the success of your team members.
je tromper en cœur. La schtroumpf, la, ça porte un bonheur. Je trouve un air joyeux, tout ira bien mieux. Ne te laisse pas abattre, c'est pas compliqué. Pour être heureux comme toi, t'es suffit de schtroumpfer. La 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 schtroumpf la la, viens ne t'en fais pas. Ta 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 ta, et on schtroumpfera. La la schtroumpf la la, viens schtroumpfer en cœur. La la schtroumpf la la, ça porte un bonheur. Schtroumpf un air joyeux, tout ira bien mieux. Ne te laisse pas abattre, c'est pas compliqué. Pour être heureux comme toi, t'es suffit de schtroumpfer. La la schtroumpf la la, viens ne t'en fais pas. Ta 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 ta, et on schtroumpfera. Oh le bon! Aïe 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 aïe. Things are going wrong for me. You've gotta listen to my words.
But I'm worried about you. I wish that you would please stop doing this to yourself. I know you get depressed because you're lonely. And I would like to address that problem. I don't have the ability to do that right now. And I don't enjoy, I want you to know this, I do not enjoy at all my lifestyle. McDonald's right now, I'm itching all over. The spider bites are penetrating into my joints, trying to consume the cartilage and the ligaments in my joints. I have this very deep itch, I can't even get to it. You know, the van is horrible. I hate this life. So, you know, I'm not trying to prolong this by any means. I wish I could get out of it right now. I wish I had a home I could go to right now. No, I just want to clarify that with you. Right? Sometimes people think that I'm stalling or whatever. Well, you know, I'm not. I just don't have the means to do anything. I'm broke. And that situation is changing now. So please be patient. Help me if you can. Send me some money if you would, please.
I know that things are going wrong for me. You've gotta listen to my words. I'm going off the rails of a crazy train. Bonheur. Je trouve un air joyeux, tout ira bien mieux. Ne te laisse pas abattre, c'est pas compliqué. Pour être heureux comme toi, t'es suffit de schtroumpfer. La schtroumpf la la, viens ne t'en fais pas. Ta 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 ta, et on schtroumpfera. Viens schtroumpfer en cœur. La schtroumpf la la, ça porte un bonheur. Schtroumpf un air joyeux, tout ira bien mieux. Ne te laisse pas abattre, c'est pas compliqué. Pour pour être heureux comme quand tu souffles de schtroumpfer. La 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 schtroumpf la la, viens ne t'en fais pas. Ta 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 ta, et on schtroumpfera. À la drôle! Aïe, 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 aïe. I know that things are going wrong for me. You've gotta listen to my words.
But I'm worried about you. I wish that you would please stop doing it to yourself. I know you get depressed because you're lonely. And I would like to address that problem. I don't have the ability to do that right now. And I don't enjoy, I want you to know, I do not enjoy at all my lifestyle. McDonald's right now, I'm itching all over. The spider bites are penetrating into my joints, trying to consume the carbon into the leggings to my joints. It's very deep that you can't get to it. You know, the van is horrible. I hate this life. So, you know, I'm not trying to prolong this by any means. I wish I could get out of it right now. I wish I had a home I could go to right now. No, I just want to clarify that with you. I sometimes feel the things when I'm stalling or whatever. Well, you know, I'm not. I just don't have the means to do anything. I'm broke. And the situation is changing now. So please be patient. Help me if you can. Send some money to it, please.
I know that things are going wrong for me. You've gotta listen to my words. I'm going off the rails of a crazy train.
Well, what I love, 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 well, what I